Good evening, Sheldon. First and foremost, really excited to be here this evening. I'm looking forward to a real humdinger of a race. Sheldon, drivers standings, driver lineup for Full Throttle Racing is as follows. For the Mercedes-Benz, we have GJ Buerta and Barris01. For McLaren, we have Skadonks and Willem Besaidenout. Sorry, there, I just lost connection there, Sheldon. Racing for the Racing Point, we have Avalach and Oldie Bones. For Toro Rosso, we've got Nick Gishen and Nam Assassin. For Rocket Williams Racing, we've got Marco van der Merwe and Adrian Stradom. Aston Martin Red Bull, we have DBR 257. His teammate for this evening is Wizards First Rule. For the Scuderia Ferrari, we've got Manu and Franz Kotzer, or formerly known, or aka Nam Bulldog 88. And for Haas F1 team, we've got Rotor Turbo and Ghost 007. Riding on board with Rota at the moment. I think we'll stay with him as much as we possibly can. Heading down to the first corner of the lap. Should be very exciting to see during the race. Of course, this is qualifying session number 1, where, if I am not mistaken, the first 5 or the last 5 drivers will be knocked out. Well, we'll have to see. I see we only have 15 guys on board at the moment, so we'll see how that rule applies. And yes. Sheldon, I would say about a 1 minute 21, 1 minute 20, 1 minute 21 should be a very decent time, as we follow Rotor 3 to the chicane. We'll hit the last corner shortly, and then that long main straight, and we're looking at a time of 1 minute 20.93. very good lap. He sets the benchmark. Brilliant job there. As we scroll down, and GJ Buerta has a 123.57 on his softs, and we're now following, let's see, Manu Dietrich. Let's see what he can do there. Let's just go back down here to the, who was that, in the Toro Rosso? I think that was Nick Gishin, who had a bit of a moment there, running wide into the chicane, or not the chicane, the hairpin bend. Let's just see who's on a fast lap here. It's Manu Dietrich, bit of traffic in front of him. He'll hit the main straight now. He's sitting on a pretty decent time. A 1 minute 29.935. Very good drive from him. Alright guys, just let us know, so we can just get that problem sorted. There we go, Sheldon. Apologies for the interruption. Nam Assassin goes 120.003. Fantastic lap by him. Great job. And then we look at Skadonks, currently in third place on a 120.525. We've got Rota in fourth at a 120.932. Manu Dietrich just behind him on a 120.935. Diego on a 122.545. And in seventh, a 123.574 for GJ Buerta. Definitely. I would rate about a 119.5. We'll probably see that in Q3. Very good job on the hards there by him. Nam Assassin coming into the pits. Let's see if there's any other drivers on a hot lap. Pandego starts his next hot lap or new hot lap. Currently on the softs. Oh, Pandego's left the session. Probably a connection issue there. Definitely a sighting lap. We are currently on board with him. He's doing a much better lap this time round. Should be a 121. Yeah, 120.8. Brilliant job by him. We've got. And excuse me. Let's see. No, definitely. Just riding on board Avalach at the moment in the BWT's wow, he is 700ths of a second quicker in sector 2. I think we'll stick with him for the remainder of the lap just to see what he can do there. Brilliant job by him so far. Heading into the chicane. And Nick Gishin, it's a 119.653. Brilliant job by him. Oh, Sheldon, Nick Gishin, 5th place grid penalty for illegally blocking in the pit lane. Well, Sheldon, basically free option of being able to manually set your car up, if I could put it that way. You can do front wing adjustments, rear wing adjustments, brake bias, etc., etc. So it's really in the driver's hands. You know, if you want a quick car, you're definitely going to have to put in the practice laps, and it's the only way you're going to get those times down. So we could definitely see that with Nick Gishin and Nam Bulldog and Nam Assassin. They've been doing a very good job on their setups. Burris as well. So yes, set up, practice hard. It's the best way to do it. Definitely. Well, Charlotte, for me personally, has definitely got the controller. Reason being is that your foot pedals on the with the steering wheel, there's no resistance basically, so you don't really get the feel of the car. That's just my personal preference or personal opinion. Sorry. So yeah, for me the controller is better. Obviously, a lot of guys, it's a 50-50 thing, I guess. But yeah, definitely for me the controller. I see Ghost 007 has still not set a lap time. We've got 5 minutes left in the session. So I wonder when he will be leaving. It's probably one of those last 3 minutes of the session. He'll probably jump out and try and push a quick lap. Riding on board Oldie Bones at the moment with a 119.520. Great job from him so far. He's on another quick lap. Getting down there, but it's a little bit slower. 1.7 seconds slower than his best. Nam Bulldog on an out lap there, and alright, Sheldon. Alright, I see my fellow commentator Sheldon Phelan is having a bit of technical difficulty on his side. I'm sure we'll get him back. Oh, big moment there for DBR 257 is in the barrier. Big moment there. Luckily, just a bit of front wing damage. Nothing too serious there. I'm sure he'll be heading straight back into the pit lane. Big moment there from him.
Hello YouTube, I think I am back now, commentating with my co-host Lee Foreign. We had some settings we had some issues with, sorry, my apologies for the technical difficulties.
Guys in the comments, could you just let me know if you could hear my fellow commentator Sheldon Phelan? It would be great help to us there.
Thank you Lee, yeah, apologies again for that. We did do a practice run, we knew what to do. And I think just the excitement of the Grand Prix actually had us forgetting some settings we had to set up. But yeah, so back to the times, back to the racing. Let's see who we have on track. I am currently with Wilich. He is on a 120.4, running on the softs. So guys are posting very good times. I reckon that cutoff time. Look, I think if we look at the standings, anyone from 11th might actually be cut out. So maybe there's only 2 qualifying sessions, Lee. And you're right, round about that 120, 121 mark.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Oh, bit of problems here with Pandego.
Holy bones.
Just see if we can get a better angle at his run there down the main straight. Starting his. Oh, okay, no, he's way down, unfortunately. Running with Wizard's first rule. Looks to be on a pretty decent lap from what I could see. He's done 4 laps on
And
his socks.
into the pits comes Nam Bulldog.
Oh, running
Great,
wide
so
there
he's-
for his first rule. Just having a look at his time at the moment. He is up by 1/100th of a second. He's on a very, very good lap at the moment. Let's see if he can keep it up.
And into the pits again comes Villach. We've got 1 minute 20 seconds left of Q1. Most of the boys in the pits, I think a lot of them are satisfied with what they've posted. Man, you Dietrich could possibly get one in, but looking at Pantejo again, looking at his sectors, he's 1 minute in sector 3 right now. He needs to improve by only 0.3 of a second, and I think he'll be in the top 10, then making it through to the final qualifying. You do have to forgive us, we just need to understand the numbers of who gets knocked out, who doesn't. But let's have a look as Pandigo goes over the line and does not improve. It's a 1:21.433. Just needs a little bit more, moves over then to allow, was that Wizard's first rule through.
See, Ghost 007 makes it into the top 10. Great run from him. On with Pandego at the moment. Just having a look at his time there. Now he's down.
I think that would be it for 3
Yes.
seconds to go.
Qualifying
So
is
that's it,
done.
Oldie Bones.
Just running on
Makes-
board with Wizard's first rule. Sorry, Sheldon. Just to see if he could possibly improve his time there. Coming through the last corner now onto the back straight. He does a 1 minute 22 and stays where he is. At this moment, GJ Buerta 187 Wizards first rule are out of qualifying 2. As Sheldon mentioned earlier, we're not sure as to how many drivers go through to the next session. But we will keep you updated. And no one else.
So, some time from Red Bull there, with Wizard's first rule. So, if he does have some time for us, just to maybe get a rundown of his lap, just understand where he thinks he made the mistakes, lost some time, and what he can do strategy-wise for the race. Hopefully he accepts and joins us on that. But great. So
I think we just
please give
waiting
us a
for
rundown of the top 10.
Alright, at the moment we've got Oldie Bones in first place. Second we have Nick Gishen, who does have a 5-place grid penalty for illegally blocking in the pit lane. Third we have Nam Bulldog 88. Fourth Nam Assassin. Fifth Senior Ghost 007. Sixth we have Avalach, and seventh Baris 01. 8th Skadonks. 9th DBR 257. And that's the end of qualifying
Great.
session 1.
Good, very well done on the guesstimations of the cut-off time there. I think all your years of racing experience on PS4 have geared you up to make those type of predictions. But great, awesome. So, qualifying 1 done. Now, the stuff gets real.
Oopsie. As we just wait there for the drivers to accept.
Lee, this looks like to me qualifying could be done.
No, but there's qualifying 2. We'll let's just see who has moved over into the next session and who has fallen out. Well, there you have it. So we lost.
No, qualifying
no one.
done.
No, yes,
No,
Q2.
Q2. Okay, there we go. There we go. Sorry, my apologies. I'm seeing different to my screen than I am seen on the actual stream, which I'm also watching. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the stream and then keep an eye on my screen as well. I'm confusing my eyes here, really badly. So first out on track we have JG Buerta 187 in his Mercedes-Benz Patronus. He's coming out on the soft tire as well. Let's go for Q2. There's a lot of guys coming out really pretty quickly, bunching up there. They might want to give each other a bit more space than that. They're going to be tripping over each other in their hot laps. Right, so hopefully Nick Gishin can actually qualify quite high, because I mean he is carrying that 5-place grid penalty into the race. He's going to be handicapped, but maybe it gives him a plan for some strategy. Maybe he can go longer on a hard tyre if he qualifies quite well, and actually get back during the pit stops. What do you think, Lee?
Definitely. I mean, he'll definitely be aiming for to qualify pole, so that at least starts in that 6th position. I think that's going to be crucially important. So yeah, he's going to have to push very, very hard these next 2 sessions.
Perfect. And I think we have perfect, lovely weather. Who's there just coming together there? Senior Ghost 007. Looks like he's just gotten entangled there. I think it was with Skadonks. The two of them might want to just give each other a bit more spaces and make their way down to the main straight here. The really boys don't want to trip over each other too much. Let's just have a look there. Okay, looks like they've backed off and given each other some space. Good.
Alright, GJ Buerta, let's stick with him. As he loses it into the chicane. That's not ideal at all. Oh my word.
Don't reverse it.
Pushing too hard.
I got a bit nervous for them, I thought. I got a bit nervous, thought he was going to be reversing onto the track. Oh, he might get in the way of it, Toro Rosso. Nicely, well done, congratulations. Oh, and they have another spin off their lead, just behind Boris Zero, JG Buerta 187, and that's
Williams.
it. Burnout 007, Williams, yes.
There we go,
It's
guys
Burnout
pushing too
007.
hard. Pushing too hard going up that hill there. That's a very tricky part of the circuit. Let's just go back to Skadonks as he's on his fast lap at the moment. Oh, runs a bit wide there. Let's see if we can get some lap data. There we go.
I'm on board here with Nick Gish, and he just did a 22.3 for his second sector. First sector, second sector 55.7. Looking for a good time. Oh no, and he goes wide into the gravel trap. He was on for a pretty competitive time there. Let's hope he can pull it back into the pits. He's got enough time actually to qualify again, but yeah, you don't want that happening. It breaks your confidence. Really, you have to realign yourself, get another slight lap in. Unfortunately,
absolutely. Probably a change of tires there as well. They will be burnt out. As we say, that Ghost 007 does a 1 minute 19.672. We've got Rotor Turbo on a 120.140, Skadonks on a 120.532, Barry's on a 121.809.
We have an off again, Rotor 26B Turbo. Looks like he's gone off a bit, but Red Bull and a Toro Rosso. And his grass cutting day at corner 2 and 3 today. Boys,
Absolutely.
I don't think Spain will ever have to pay for grass cutting. But they might be on in-laps, Lee, as well, just getting out the way of the faster drivers. If you are doing that, thank you very much. Yeah.
Van Dego, a very good run there, 120.369. Looks like an in-lap from him. Same with Skadonks. Jumping the chicane there. Manu running wide for the faster driver. His teammate, Nam Bulldog. Let's just jump on board with him. Let's see what he's doing. It's also his outlap. He's running on mediums. Interesting strategy choice there.
We got Boris 01 on the hards, I see. Let's see what he can do on the hards. Maybe it's a strategy ploy for the race. Go deeper, put those softs on him towards the end, get that extra pace when everyone else is running on a tyre. And it's a very competitive time too, 121.8, but I think you'll have to try and get closer to that 121.0 mark if he actually wants to be in the top 10 and can then compete on that type of strategy.
Absolutely, just driving with Nick Gishin again. He's down. Is he coming into the pits? Yeah, he calls it quits on this lap. I'm sure we'll see him a little bit later again. GJ Buerta is up from his previous time. Let's see who else is on another hot lap. Manu comes in. Skadonks is in. And there we have it.
So I'm going to stick with Nam Bulldog 88. He's currently on the mediums. He's just started his lap coming to turn 1. Hopefully makes it through turn 2 and 3 without any incident. We've seen some serious problems going through there. And we have Wizard's first rule joined us. Wizard, can you hear us, sir? Yeah, how are you doing? Very well, thank you, man. I see Q2, it's still on for you. Looks like they're still allowing all the drivers through. Okay. How are you finding out there? How's the track? Yes. Yeah, no, 100%. Setup, as Lee said, is very crucial. Cars are equal. Are you riding on a rig or are you riding on a controller? On controller, yeah. Like us, some guys who can't afford those fancy rigs, and I'm in that category. Yeah. Yes, it does. Very expensive hobby. Alright, no, great. Wizard, thank you very much for joining us. We'll leave you again to go and race. If hopefully you can get back into that lobby for us, so we can have a nice grid there. Cool. Thank you. Right, so that was Wizard just giving us a bit of rundown on his lap and obviously having some connection issues. Lee, you want to take it further? Maybe you got some commentary on what he said about the setups. I may have lost my colleague, and who's gone purple in Sector 1? I think that is Nam Bulldog in Sector 1's gone purple on those mediums. We're having a look there, and Senior Coast is still first with a 119.6. We have Road to 26 Turbo, the 120.1. Pandego on a 120.3, 120.5, 120.5 for Skadonks and Oldie Bones respectively. But as we ride continuously with Nam Bulldog 88, not sure if you can. Oh, it's just a little bit of a tank slap at the end there as we see him coming through the final chicane, then onto the penultimate, onto the main straight to come over the line on a time of 120.785, which puts him up to 7th. So he's well into the top 10. I think he'll be safe going to next qualifying there. And who do we still have on track? We have Skadonks. He comes over in a 125.293. He's safe though. He's still in 4th with a 120.5. Might have just had a bit of an issue on that lap. We weren't riding with him on that section. Nam Bulldog just driving slowly to allow some faster drivers through on quicker laps. Lee, do I have you back, sir?
I am back. Sorry about that, Sheldon. Issues with my microphone.
No problem.
I see we're on board with Burnout at the moment. Not sure if this is an in lap. Not an in lap. He's definitely quicker. Let's see what he can do there on his mediums.
Nick Gishin goes 6 for 120.64. Nick Gishin with that 5-place grid penalty. He's going to see him down in 11th on that one.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to do another lap to get up there.
Yes.
Definitely going to have to
and
do
he's on the
lap.
medium, so It could be a strategy ploy that he and the Toro Rosso guys have decided on. Take it deep into the race. But yes, to try and get up there a bit more to mitigate that penalty of his.
Absolutely. Just driving on with Skadonks on the main straight to see if he can improve his time. He does. He goes second. Great lap from Skadonks. I'm sure he's safe for the moment.
Amazing. No, that's it.
That should see him go through to Q1. Oh, Q3, sorry. Let's see who else is on a lap.
I don't know if I'm being a bit presumptuous here, but it seems like the guys have to warm these tires up one lap, and then the second lap they bang it in. Unless they're doing slight minor mistakes, yeah. You know, we can say on the podcast, on the stream, they have to bring the tires to temperature before they get the best performance out of them.
That's it. Ooh, jeepers. Sorry, Sheldon. It looked like Skadonks had a big moment there. Luckily made it through. I see he's just moving out of the way for the other drivers. Right, just running through the grid here. Okay, so we've got DBR257 on an outlap. I'm sure he'll want to push for a better lap there, just to get himself into possibly the top 8 or top 7, just to play it safe, just so he can qualify for Q3. Let's see what he does there. GJ Buerta also on an outlap, as well as Nam Assassin. And unfortunately, Wizard's first rule has still not made it back. As he mentioned, he's got some connection issues there.
Yeah, I think we're gonna miss him in qualifying. Hopefully makes it back in for the race. He'll have option of tyre, I think, starting from the back. Maybe he can play a strategy with a hard tyre, and also maybe going to that medium for a longer stint on the medium, but having that performance at the end. Question.
Yes.
Drivers are slowing down to allow quicker drivers through. Yep. Then we get in yellow flags. Now, IRL, the guys would not be able to go faster in that section of the track. Yep. Doesn't seem to be like that with the game, does it?
No, it doesn't seem to be that way at all.
Oh, that was pretty close between It's Burnout and JG Buerta. I think It's Burnout was on the in-lap, and JG Buerta actually came up pretty quick behind him. Unsighted, maybe. Maybe not sure he was coming up. I don't think it was intentional, but it was pretty close between the two of them. I don't think JG Buerta lost too much time, but yeah, it might have slightly impacted his sight of the apex there. My apologies, Lee.
No problem.
Back to the yellow sector.
I'm not entirely sure how it works. I don't think that rule applies to the F1 2019 game. As far as I know, in some cases you have ghosting, where basically it allows you to drive through the
Nam Assassin goes second, 1:19.8.
Brilliant.
There we
from
go
him.
On those soft tires.
Brilliant.
Yes, purple's the last sector. Yeah.
And
sorry, Lee, I keep interrupting you.
Oh, no problem. All good. Let's just I see Rota is on a fairly decent lap at the moment. Let's just see what he can do here.
Now we got a car going slow down in sector 1. I think that is just DBR257 returning on an in-lap. He does have a car coming out behind him. I also think it might be on an in-lap as well. Don't have any issues there on the yellow sectors.
Avalanche, sitting in 12th place at the moment. We've got 40 seconds left in qualifying, so this has got to be a decent lap. He dives into the pits. Interesting stuff there.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff there. That should see him out of Q3. And
JG Buerta on a run now. I think he will abort this run. This might be an in-lap as well in the 130s, yeah. And he dives in. JG Buerta then 13th there. Checkered flag will be coming out in 10 seconds time. And DBR257 is going for one more. I think he's the only one that's going to make it over the line. Yes, he's the only one that makes it over the line. So he's left his last. Let's follow him through.
Yeah,
let's just have a look at that sector. Come on, we need a purple. 22.46 on that. Does not purple the sector. Not sure if it's green on his side. We can only see if it goes purple.
Let's drive on board with him.
Into sector 2.
Very tricky section of the circuit. This too early on the
so
power,
while
and
you've gone,
definitely spin off. Yeah, Sheldon.
While you're on board with him, I'll just run through the top 10 as we see it. So Senior Ghost 007 with that 119.6. Nam Assassin, although he's got that 5-place grid penalty, he's second right now, 119.8. Skadonks 120.1. Rota 26 Turbo 120.4, 120.140. Pandejo 2 on a 120.3. Oldie Bones 120.57. But now we get into guys who are riding mediums, so they might have a strategy working in their favor for the race. Boris 01, the 120.6, also on the mediums. Nick Gishin, and we've cut away. Nick Gishin then on a 120.6 as well. And that's it for Q2. Hey, that was fun, exciting.
Great stuff from all the drivers there. And Q2 we lose DBR 257, Avalach, GJ Puerta 187, and Burnout 007 are out.
I'll see if I can maybe get a word in there with Avalach from the Racing Point as Q3 goes on. Maybe you can join us for a bit of commentary as well. But yeah, Lee, please run us to the top 10 while I see if while I contact the Racing Point's PR people to see if I can get a word there.
Alright, just heading into Q3. It's a sprint for pole. Who will get it? Who will make it? It's going to be interesting stuff. I know Nick Gishin will definitely be pushing for that pole time, just to sit, at least start 6th. But there we go. Engines rearing. Cars are ready to go.
Avalach, sir, do you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Good stuff. Unfortunately, them and been knocked out in Q2.
Yeah, wasn't good. I battled in Q1, I think. Yeah, I just think it boils down to practice, I guess. You just couldn't keep the car on track. Q2 was a bit of a mare for me. I had a big moment. I was purple in Sector 1 and had a big moment in Sector 2. Didn't want to burn the tyres again. So
sorry there, Nick Gishin actually takes a spin out. I don't think he's got damage. My apologies, Avalach.
It's nice to hear those kind of things.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, he's got that penalty, so maybe he'll be next to you.
Yeah, look, it's a difficult track. I mean, I think pole is going to be, vital. It's one of those tracks where overtaking is not that easy. Yeah, like I said, I got caught out at, I think, in turn 5. Had a big moment, thought I would pit, and then was, should I go out on the mediums again to burn them and start the race with, tyres that's badly worn? You don't really want to do that. So outside of the top 10, free tyre choice, new tyres, yeah, it's not that bad maybe.
Yeah, no, great. At least you got the choice of those tyres. So we wish you luck for the race and
thanks, guys.
Keep
and,
it between the white lines.
Yeah, sure. And well done on the stream, guys. Good job. Well
Cheers,
done.
Avi.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Thank you very much for having us. Cheers,
cool,
then.
guys. See you just now.
Bye. I say it's Burnout 007's also joined us for some commentary. How's it going there, Mr. Burnout?
Good.
Yeah, very well. Thank you, man. Unfortunate day for you as well, eh? No, great. Yeah. Look, I'm a amateur at the game, so I think you guys will put big ears on for me. I think, if you just get it wrong once or twice, I think it throws your confidence out. I mean, how did you feel making a few mistakes? Does it teach your confidence? Does it take a while to get back into the groove? And your thoughts for the race, strategy-wise? You're going to go long the first stint. What do you feel's the best? Okay, no, great, yeah, 100%. Well, we wish you good luck for the rest of the race. We'll get back to the qualifying. Some times are coming in now, and they seem very competitive. But good luck. Keep it between the white lines. No, 100%. Thank you very much for having us part of this.
Great. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
There we have it. Paris 119.543. Great drive by him. Let me just get the tires up here. Let's have a look. There we go. On the softs, Rotor running its second at the moment. Rotor Turbo on a 119.969. We've got Ghost 007 on a 120.167. We've got Manu on a 121.368. He's fifth. Nam Assassin goes first. Brilliant lap.
Nam Assassin.
Brilliant lap from him at a 119.499. Bandego on a 120.358, knocking Manu Dietrich down. Let's see who else is on a hot lap here. Skadonks,
Oldie Bones has just exited pits. He's also then on the soft. So it looks like it's all out hell for Q3. No one making any conservative decisions, going aggressive with all softs. Let's see.
There we go.
Sorry, Leah, I just need to refresh my memory. Is it Nick Gishin or is it Nam Assassin with the penalty? I think it's Nick Gishin, right?
It's Nick Gishin, yes. I see he's left the session, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Has he had some connectivity issues, maybe?
That's it.
I am on his driver name, and I see it says pit. So we'll hope to see him out or back onto the session before it kicks out, because he really didn't need a nice qualifying position here to mitigate that penalty he's going to receive.
Absolutely. Let's just there we go. Oldie Bones out on on an out. Oh, excuse me. On an out lap.
You're
let's see what he can.
Beg your pardon.
Let's see what he can do on those softs for Racing Point.
Which we know now will next year be known as Aston Martin. Hey, how's that Aston Martin coming back into the sport? That's very nice.
Sounds
obviously
really
it's IRL. Yeah. Danny Stroll's got lots of money.
We won't go there.
There we go. So I just saw a purple sector there. Must be Oldie Bones. Yes, it was Oldie Bones. Purple sector 4.
Let's have a look here.
On this lap. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna say 1 minute 19.3 there, Sheldon. Let's see what he does at the end of this lap. It's looking good.
Well, there, purple sector 2 as well. He's on for a scorcher here. See what our telemetry tells us. What is the difference here? Well, the top 6 drivers so far covered by less than 1 second.
Brilliant stuff.
But Oldie Bones is gonna now smash in a lap here.
Oh, he does it. He goes third, 119.8. So he must have lost some time during the course of that lap.
Yeah, that was setting up to be a brilliant lap. I think maybe somewhere where we didn't see he made some sort of mistake. Well, maybe we'll catch up with him just before the race to find out on that lap. Unless if he improves, we'll leave him be. But it would be nice to hear what happened there, because he was on for a scorcher.
Definitely.
As the Toro also goes past.
Nick Gishin is back on track.
Great, let's follow him. I haven't picked him as a favourite, but I'm just hoping that he really qualifies quite high, so we can have an even grid here, so he can... Oh, it looks like he cut the corner there, but I don't know if that might be an invalid lap. But as you follow him around, let's hope he does then get high. Right, Oldie Bones seems on the in lap. He's pretty down on the sector. Nam Dog 88 as well. I'll follow him for you, Lee. He seems to also be on a fast lap coming through now to complete sector 2. Just coming past what seems to be a Williams. That's given him a lot of space on the grass. 52.3 there in sector 2.
See, that must have been a corner cut or some sort for Nick Gish.
Scott Donks goes pole. He's on preliminary pole.
Well
119.4.
Great lap from him.
And
fantastic job there.
Coming over the line now is Nam Dog. Nam Bulldog 88, and he does a 1. Sorry, I just need to change my telemetry here. 119.7, which puts him 2/10 of a second off. Yes, keeps him in 4th, 2/10 off. Still, only less than 1 second covers the top 9. 8/10 of a second. These guys are very competitive.
Jeez, look at that. I'm sure we're in for a seriously awesome race this evening, judging by those times. Incredible stuff. It's the top 6, less than half a second. That's incredible. That's incredible.
Forward.
Great
I
job.
hope we could see this IRL. If they could have racing like this, real life, I tell you, it would be amazing to watch.
Absolutely. Great effort. Wow, Nick Gishan.
That's good.
There we go.
Wow, Nicky,
119.1. Great drive from him. With 2 minutes left in the session, the guys are going to have to push now. Push for that pole. See, we've got Barry's on a hot lap.
At about 1 minute 50, you've got to be trundling down the pit lane if you want to get another lap in.
Absolutely.
Now will be the time for the boys to leave. Let's get into that crunch time now if you want to put that last lap in. Or maybe the boys also want to save some tyres for the race as well. So I'm also driving on board here with Oldie Bones, going through sector 2 now, coming towards the end. He's on an out lap as well. Nick Kishan being on an in lap, giving some space to those. Barry 01 on a hot lap. His second sector time seemed decent. We'll follow him through to the end of the lap as well.
Let's see how it goes onto the main straight. Let's see what he can do here. And that puts him into second. Great drive there. Well done.
Ooh.
Fantastic job there by Barry 01. Let's see who else is on a hot lap. Oldie Bones just started a hot lap there by the looks of things. 40 seconds left in the session.
Pandago coming through to finish the hot lap as well. Oh, big moment there by Pandago.
Well, the Ghost 007. I think that's his qualifying.
It looks like we had a moment. It looks like we had a moment with both our guys we're looking at, because Pandago as well. Big tank slapper going into the chicane, just before the chicane.
Oh, Manu's putting up a pretty decent lap here.
10 seconds, Lee. Let's have a look who's on the hot lap. Buddy 01 is the only one who can maybe dethrone Nick Gishan here, but I don't think so. He is 4 seconds off the pace in sector 2. There must have been a problem. He's been running well. He's only 0.08 of a second off. I think we can call it. Barry slows down. That's it. Nick Gishan.
Sheldon, we've got Manu on a hot lap. Oh, he's down. He's down. He's down. He's down and he's
Oldie Bones only 2/10 down in the second sector, coming onto the home straight. He goes 6
fastest.
Yeah, he went 1 up there. So Manu Dietrich, he's slowed down as well. Looks like he's on the in lap.
Oh, hold on. He's slowed down.
Yeah, he's coming through.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Manu Dietrich stays 9. There we go.
Nick Gishan with a scorching lap of 119.160. Unfortunately for him, that's not pole. That'll move him down to 6th place. Baris will be on pole with Skadonk 2nd, Nam Assassin 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Sheldon, Road to Turbo 4th.
That's good.
And Oldie
Yeah,
Bones
well,
5th.
Oldie Bones 5th. Nam Bulldog will go 7th. Senior Ghost says 8th. Manu Dietrich on that last attempt still remained 9th. And then Pandejo running out the top 10. Wow, wow, wow. Nick Kishan, take a bow, sir. Wow. Let's see if we can quickly for 2 seconds get him on the chat here and see what he says about that, because that was fantastic. And maybe even corrects us and says he's not the one who got the penalty.
Let's see if we can get him on board. Just Oldie Bones finishing up a lap there. Let's see.
Contact onto my list. But we'll maybe catch up with him after the race. Send him in friend request to chat to him. But very well done. They're going to run us through that order there.
Sure. Well, I'll run through the order when we have the correct standings, Sheldon. Obviously, as we said, Nick Gishin has to move down to 6th. But a great job from the guys. Top 8, pretty much a second between them. 1.2 seconds between the top 10. Fantastic job from all the drivers. As we move on to the race, moment we have all
the game. Strategy is going to be interesting. Those who got knocked out in the Q2, maybe going for those harder tires. Lee, what would you do if you were racing in the top 10? Would you try the overcut, the undercut, or would you just race your race and stick to the strategy?
Just hold on. Sorry, just bear with me, Sheldon. It seems we have a technical issue here. Yeah. Sheldon, is the stream still live on your side?
Lee, I am seeing exactly on my screen. My PlayStation screen is what I'm seeing on the stream.
There we go.
Okay, we've moved. There we go. Yeah, so no, we're still cool.
And it's
off on the.
Is this formation? Yes, formation.
Yes, lap. Formation lap.
So Barry's in pole, Skadonk 2nd, Nam Assassin 3rd, Rotor Turbo 4th, Old Bones 5th, Nick Gishin in 6th, Nam Bulldog in 7th, Ghost 007 in 8th, Manu Dietrich in 9th, Bandegos in 10th, DBR 257 in 11th, Avalach in 12th, 13th we've got GJ Buerta 187, 14th is Burnout 007, and in 15th, Wizards First Rule. Let's do a little run through the drivers here as they complete their formation laps.
So we got Roman Cornelius on the chat saying, "Lacquer buddies, good luck buddy, no pressure. Good luck Manu, just to make it past first turn." That's Roman Cornelius as well, supporting Boris and supporting Manu Dietrich. Some other comments coming through earlier. My heart is pumping because of that 119. That's from Senior Ghost 007. You should be focusing on the race, buddy. Thank you for the comments, boys and girls. We are reading through them. Please subscribe, please like, send it to your friends, send it to your family. Even grandma will enjoy racing like this.
Hey.
Okay. So, here we come round, lineup time. Do you remember when Murray Walker used to commentate on the start?
And it's
How nostalgic
go.
is that, eh? Go!
Brilliant.
Miss him. He should come back to commentating. Maybe we could get him into our special guest commentary. Hey, we don't have those connections, but hey, we can dream.
One day when we big.
Righto. One day when we big.
Drivers lining up. See if we could get a.
So I'm gonna be the thorn amongst the roses here and look at what Rotor 26B Turbo is going to do. I'm riding on board with him before the start. Let's have a look, boys and girls, what he will do. So the lights are on, boys. The engines are revving. Pause, wait,
and let's go!
What a beautiful start. Roto 26 Turbo, great start there. A little bit of lag from the guys. I don't know, it might just be some signal. Seems
Nam
clean
Assassin
so
on the
far.
inside. He decides against it. Great drive through there. Everyone around clean.
Pantejo, well done. Good move there, Pantejo, making it through corner one with a beautiful move, not touching anybody, making up a position there. Just having a look there, right on the border.
Moment in the midfield. Is that a Williams out?
Who do we have? That is Nick Gishin. No, Nick Gishin, he's lost it a bit there. He's got some making up to do. He's got clear track ahead of him. But also we have Wizard Throttle who's back, luckily back on the game, riding out in 14th now.
Seems
so
they've had a
glad to see all
moment there.
15.
That's it.
There we've got some action up front.
Boris leads, Skadong second, Nam Assassin third, dives up the decides against the inside line. There we go.
We have Oldie Bones going wide there, losing 2 places, losing out to Namdog and Roto 26B from running wide there by the hairpin. Right, boys, as things looks like they're settling down a little bit. We have a formation forming here. So, as they go over the line.
Looks like
Pandego having some connection issues.
There.
No.
Hold on, what did I see now?
We have Nam Assassin going on the outside of Skadons. He makes it! Doesn't give him much room! Avalach off!
Avalach is off.
We have some...
Wonder what happened there.
Having some...
we've got DBR 257.
Action.
Front wing is gone. Must have had a moment there with Avalach.
No. Unscheduled early pit stop there for the DBR 257. Nam Assassin though, brilliant move around the outside in corner 1. Came back to the inside, almost cutting Skadonks right off, taking the racing line. He was ahead. Clean racing though, no touching. Both of them made it through and they racing hard again. So as we go down the order, we got Burry 01
right on board.
Leading.
Virtual safety car, Sheldon.
Safe.
DBR 257 drive-through penalty, speeding under virtual safety car. There we go. They should close the pack up once again, or somewhat at least. Yeah,
I'm riding on board with DBR. He's going to have to get that wing fixed.
Moment there. There's the Haas Toro Rosso. Is that Turbo and... I'm assuming it was Nick Gishin in getting involved in another incident there.
Nam Assassin down to 9th, Lee. I think it might have been him with that incident. Because he was running second. Yes, that Nam Assassin down to 9th. From second, he might have had a moment there going before the chicane. So into the pits comes DBR 257 for that nose change. Probably going on to some tires. We'll have a look at that. Avilich as well. Avilach, sorry. My apologies. Coming also then into the pit. I think he might also have some wing damage you need to repair. What a moment in the pit.
There we go. Right, let's get up the field there. See what the guys are doing up here. Very, very close. The top 7 separated by about 2 seconds by the looks of things. I could be wrong, sorry. But very, very, very close stuff here. And Barry's way out in front at the moment, pulling away very, very nicely.
Yeah, seems like we have a bit of a row forming now and some settling down of positions. Guys just need to keep the concentration, keep off those curves, those sausage curves, throwing them out. I think we've had some incidents already that we maybe can speak to the guys about later. I think definitely speak with Nick Gish and what happened there, coming from second down to 11th now. He's into the pit, so I'm assuming he's now going to change the wing. Might have damaged it in that incident with the pass. He's in the pit, here we go. Nick Gishin in, I'm assuming Rotor 26B turbo. Oh no, he goes past the pit, so it doesn't look like there's anything too awful on his car right now. He continues on as Nick Gishin does get that wing change done, Lee.
Great stuff, just following GJ Buerta, 187, chasing down Old Bones and Manu Dittrich. Fight for 5th, if you will. just move down. Nam Assassin, 8th place. Wizards first rule up to 9th, having started last this evening.
It's Burnout 007 taking a bit of an excursion there onto the kitty litter, luckily not getting trapped in it. Continuing on, he's lost a little bit of time, but doesn't look any damage to his car there. Further back down the grid there.
Great, I see Nick Gishin's opted to go for the hards. He's going for the long run and probably get those softs on probably five laps to the end, 7 laps to the end, just to push. It'll last a little bit, or you could probably go the distance. You'd probably go the distance. You'll probably want to anyways.
Would want to look after those tires nicely and
absolutely
ease it into and out of those apexes. But I mean this, and JG Porter was catching nicely on there to Oldie Bones, but slight little moment going into turn 3 puts him back. He was well within DRS, but now back down to 2 seconds behind Oldie Bones. Oldie Bones 6th, so this is the fight for 6. Oldie Bones within DRS of Manu Dictry, who's in 5th. So a little fight was forming between the 3 of them until JG Porter then just had that slight moment turn 3.
There we go, and we've got a bit of a battle on here for 2nd place. Nam Bulldog versus Skadonks. Skadonks on the softs. I can imagine his tires will probably start wearing out pretty soon. Nam Bulldog on the mediums should be able to do a longer run. Very close between the 2 of them, heading into the chicane. Of course, the DRS is activated or active. Let's see what he can do here.
Well, we have Oldie Bones as well, right on the gearbox of Manu Dictry.
Nam Bulldog goes for the move, gets it done. Great driving from him.
Oldie Bones as well, but 3/10 of a second right behind Manu Dictry. Allowed Manu to go into the corner first. I think he's just maybe buying his time again for the second bite at the cherry down the next straight just before the hairpin bend where you'll get DRS. It's both on the same tyre, so this might be a close battle between Oldie Bones and Manu Dictry till the pit stops. Lee, do we know what the pit stop window is with the softs and the mediums?
Sheldon, I am not 100% sure. We'll have to have a look at that. I would say probably lap.
Right. There we go. Right we go. Oldie Bones going to the inside of Manu Dictry.
Let's try it on board with the 2 of them.
Slightly wide, but he's got it.
Pushes it. Pushes wide. Yellow flags in sector 2. We'll just stick with the 2 of these guys.
Nick Gishin, I think, had another moment as well again there, Lee. Sorry to interrupt, but it looks like he's gone off. Pandeko went by, so Nick Gishin really struggling out there. Don't know if it's on these hards that might not have any grip.
Could definitely be. And DRS open for Oldie Bones. Will it be enough? Just short of the first corner. Great driving from these guys.
I think he's buying his time on that one, really. He's setting it up, but he's just allowing that Ferrari to go through first. I don't think he wants to actually end his race in corner 1, trying a silly move.
Absolutely, just driving on board with Burnout 007. He's got the hards on. These are very difficult tires to drive on. In all honesty, the grip levels are very low, but the tires come back to you later on in the race. It's actually a very decent tire once you put some mileage on them. What lap? We're on lap 7 of 33. This might just get him to the end if he looks after these tires.
I must say, some seriously decent tyre management by Skadonks. He's the only one still on the softs. He's done 6 laps on them, and he's only 3/10 of a second behind Nam Bulldog, and who's pretty much also done 7 laps on his mediums. But we know that after a few laps, from about 8-9 laps, your softs start to completely lose any performance.
Safety car, Sheldon,
but he's
safety
doing
car.
this
Burnout
very well.
007 is
Safety
out
car.
of the race. This is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be
Right,
interesting.
boys.
Who will pit? Shall we see more hearts? Nam Assassin drive-through penalty speeding under safety car. There, Rotor Turbo,
Assassin.
5-second penalty speeding in the pit lane.
Boys are getting a free pit stop and he's going on to the hards. Rotor Turbo back out of the pits, putting it on the hards. Clever move, might see him through to the end.
Definitely.
If he manages those tyres nicely, and maybe we lose 3 laps behind the safety car here.
And yes, definitely this might just play into Avalach's favor. He's back into the pits, switch to hards. Looks like it, yes, he's definitely switched to hards. DBR making an interesting decision there and switching to the softs.
Aris 01 goes past the entry, so does Nam Bulldog. Skadonks in.
Skadonks is
Going
going
on
to see
to
what...
your-
oh, speeding in the pit lane, Skadonks.
Yeah, that'll make you bite your tongue.
Oh, Wizard first rule, speeding in the pit lane. He's up to 7th. Great drive from him so far this evening. Started at the back of the pack. He's up to 6th actually. Great stuff from him. Manu, well, the top 6 decide to stay out.
So it looks like now Burris has scored the safety car. The guys can start lining up. Maybe now they're going to take advantage, you know, get an extra lap out of those tyres they're on, so that they got fresher tyres towards the end. Let's have a look as they come around and catch up to that safety car and see if the top runners, who are Burris, Ram Bulldog 88, Manu Duchtrich, Oldie Bones, decide whether they take into the pit or not, coming around the next turn for the pit entry.
Another driver just worth mentioning as well. Picked up 8 positions. GJ Puerta, great drive from him. Wizards first rule, picks up 9 positions there at the start. Fantastic job from these gents.
Yeah, thank you, Antonio Groenewald on the chat. Yes, nice Wizard, up to 7th from 15th so far. Definitely, I think it was a fantastic drive by him. Luckily, we got him back, so yeah, it was a good thing we did. Romano, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Thank you for following, subscribe, share, like. Let's make Full Throttle Racing the league to be in South Africa. Right, Lee, so as things calm down, thoughts so far?
Well, Sheldon, I'm just looking at the top 6 here. As I said, none of them have stopped. It's a very interesting strategy. It's a free pit stop for them potentially. So yes, unless they are, by the looks of things, probably could go to lap 15, maybe, probably lap 19, and then make the switch to either the softs. They probably go on to the softs instead of the mediums. I'm sure the softs are probably good for about 10 to 12 laps. So very interesting there. What have we got? Burris on mediums. Manu Dietrich on mediums. Oldie Bones also mediums. So it looks like Skadonks is in a pretty decent position at the moment. Could potentially end up in the lead when the top 6 head into the pits.
So what I think, Lee, as well, is that this plays nicely also into those long runners' hands now. If they can just eke out one more lap under the safety car and then come in, I think they would have surpassed their performance of the current tyre they're on, but then also given their final stint tyre that much more life to actually fight towards the end and not take too much out of it in their outlaps after they pit, actually. So interesting. But those who won the short distance also very good now to get some pace back on those mediums. But very interesting to see half the grid, almost half the grid on mediums, half the grids on hards. So, Adrian, yes, pushing a bit hard on the colder tyres, he admits. He says you win some, you lose some. Thank you very much, Adrian, for the comment. Yeah, hopefully next race we have you until the end and we have a complete grid finishing here. Romano, hell yeah, boy. Thank you very much for the comment again, boys and girls.
There we go. I'm sure safety car will be in this lap. Let's see if we can get some telemetry track data. Do a final run through all the drivers before the safety car heads back into the pits. 5-second penalty, rotor turbo, exceeded track limits.
Very strict, eh? Very strict on this game. Regarding those penalties, I think you and I, when we were practicing on Belgium, I was calling the game a liar for telling me I was going over the track limits. I just think that's the shortest way around the track, don't you?
Oh, Sheldon. Stay between the white lines. That's
yeah, stay between the white lines. Yeah, it's alright, a handicap.
Alright, let's see, where are we now?
Right, so safety car's lights are still flashing, so he's not coming in, and they're coming down towards...
there we go, race control, safety car in this lap.
There we go. Let's go racing, boys. Interesting. I must say the top 6 all on worn tyres, 10 laps down, so there's going to be a push from the guys from 7th down who've got fresh tyres to try and get through the top 6, unless they all decide to dive in now to get those tyres changed. Ferrari might be double stacking because they got 2 guys in the top 3, 10 laps each on the tyres, and they're pretty close, so they'll have to give each other some gap when they're actually going to pit. They might be double stacking. Manu Dietrich might be the worst off on that double stacking, but they do go past the pit lane, so not now. And the race is underway.
Great push. Who's that? Old Bones.
So was it
side by side?
Yes.
With the Manu. Surely he'll have the first. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, fantastic driving there by the guy, by the Ferrari driver, holding his position
so
nicely.
So Wizard first rule comes in and puts on the softs. And he's out the pit lane again in 14th. So, out of this race, it's Burnout 007, as he stated in the comments, pushing too hard on those cold, hard tyres and losing it, and then a DNF, unfortunately for him.
Right, Wizard, first rule on the softs. Very interesting strategy choice there. Will he switch to the mediums later on? Probably around lap 20. Or does he push as hard as he possibly can and switch over to the hards? Probably not. But a very interesting strategy there. I'm not sure why he didn't pit while the safety car was out.
Yeah, he could have had a free pit stop. And look, I think he could probably still catch up. The guys are still pretty much in a train together with his softer tyres and make up some time. But maybe when those top guys also go in and he's caught up to the pack, maybe he can go in, put on the same tyres and actually challenge them to the end. Maybe even mediums will be an option for him in the latest stint of the race. But we have Skadonks in. Looks like Skadonks had some sort of penalty as well. They weren't working on the car, nose change for Skadonks. Going on to the hards. Looks like that'll
Oh,
probably
move around
seep
the
through.
outside by, who's that? DBR 257. Oh, we've got a fight for 10th place here. Nick Gish and Avalach and DBR 257.
We got some support for Senior Ghost 007 on the comments as well. Rish Plays, thank you for the comment. 007, license to win.
License to win.
Yeah, right. Tomato cheddar cheese.
Oh man, good stuff there, Sheldon. Never a dull moment.
The Avalech goes a bit wide. DBR 257 had a chance to have a bite of the apple, but I don't think it was going to the chicane. Nam Assassin into the pits. He did 6 laps on his hards. What do you think this could be? Mediums? Or is he doing a drive-through? Oh, he's doing his drive-through, yes.
It's just a drive-through.
Yes, it's just his drive-through that he does. We have as well Wizard also coming through. Is Wizard also doing a drive-through? Yes, Wizard also doing his drive-through, taking his penalty now. And have Skodonks in 14th coming through on the hards. He just pitted as well.
Oh, Barry's loses it slightly. This should open the door for Nam Bulldog. Oh, okay, misjudging that corner there. As they head towards or head around the hairpin bend. Oh, losing it ever so slightly. I think the guy's going to start to feel the wear on these tires around about now. It's going to start getting a bit difficult for the guys.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think Skodonks, is it Senior Kodonks? Sir
There we go.
Kodonks.
We have
I think
Nam.
we'll have to.
Yes.
We'll have to have. Sorry, Lee.
No, go for it.
Go for it. Alright, we'll have to have a word with each of these drivers just to get the pronunciations correct. Some of them might be a tongue twister when other drivers also join.
And we've got a fight for second place, Oldie Bones and Manu Dietrich. Oh, Manu goes a little wide. Oh, it's close between them.
Nick Gish is a bit swamped there by the horse of Rota 26 beat Turbo, dropping hard. I think those hards he's struggling a bit because he's done 11 laps on his hards. He's not falling into the clutches of DBR 257 and the Willich that are coming through. He defends his position. Luckily he's got Darius, but also Willich goes and takes DBR 257. Oh no! Yes, he has. He's got the position. But they're right behind Nick Gishen. Yes.
Sorry, Sheldon. There was a horse that went off there at the moment. Oh, let's just see here. Oh, this is close stuff.
Yes.
And Nick Gishen into
Nick
the pits.
Gishen dives.
Manu is in the pits. Bias is in. DBRK is on. Let's see, have a look here. Oldie Bones really pushing the medium tires. Pandego's up to second place now. Oldie Bones 15 laps on these mediums. Let's see how much longer he can go
That's
for.
some serious tire management, that.
Absolutely. He's the only driver to have not pitted at this point in the race. Pandego's has one stop. He's on his mediums.
Well, what is the average time we're going to lose in a pit stop? Because if he was fighting with Manu Dietrich and Burris, which are now 19. Now Burris is 19.6 seconds behind him. Manu Dietrich 22.914. Do you think Oldie Bones should now go in, get fresh set of tires, and try and do that overcut? He is staying out there one lap longer. Do you think he can actually manage that? Because he's maintaining the gap to both Manu Dietrich and Boris 0-1. It'll be very interesting to see when EX comes in where he lays versus Manu Dietrich, who actually he's increased the lead on by 0.2 of a second.
Sheldon, Oldie Bones should probably carry on pushing for possibly another 2 to 3 laps if he can, and then switch over to the softs. I think it'll definitely give him the advantage in the final 10 laps of the race. Definitely stick it out as long as he possibly can, and
yeah. As I said, we're not entirely sure how many seconds you lose going down the pit lane, changing his tires and coming back out.
It's probably about 22 seconds, Sheldon.
Right now, from what I see, he's right 22.6 ahead of Manu. If he's going to take that fight to him, increase it there just a little bit. So, I think between Boris, Manu, and Oldie Bones right now, our top 3. When all gets said and done with these pit stops. But this is Formula 1. This is intense, so let's see how these guys go on. Right, do we have an issue with Wizard first rule? But he seems to have gone into the pits. He's done 1 lap on his hards. He was doing very well, I must say. It's pretty sad to see him that low down. He made his way way up into the top 5, but I think he's probably gone into hards for strategical.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. Another loser at the moment would be Skadonks, who's sitting in 12th place at the moment. He's dropped 10 positions so far.
Hey, yes. And he was fighting way up there in second.
He was doing pretty decently in second place. Nick Gishin, fastest lap of the race, 122.326.
Nice, now those mediums are working for him. I think those hards weren't the right tyre for him to be on.
Yeah, it seems that
much
way.
Much better there. Yeah. Do you reckon he'll last till the end of the race in these mediums? Going at that pace?
It's going to be close. Well, he's done 2 laps so far. Possibly, Sheldon, possibly. I'm sure he could definitely stretch it out.
Yeah, we've got about 15 laps to go on this Grand Prix.
I see Oldie Bones has opted to switch for the hard tyres.
And he's come out actually in front of Manu Dietrich.
Wow. Great,
so he's jumped him in the pit stop there. Strategy working out beautifully for Oldie Bones. Must say well done to Racing Point on that. Umar Satnav making that call with Oldie Bones there.
Yeah, Avalach going in for there we go. Great move from Avalach. Great job from him to get past DBR 257. We've got Ghost sitting in 5th. Burries 01 in 6th at the moment. Nam Assassin in 7th. Oldie Bones in 8th. Manu in 9th. Nam Bulldog in 10th. GJ Bueta 11th. Skadonks in 12th. Nick Gishin in 13th. And Wizard in 14th.
So, on the comments, Dustin Claasen's Gishman go, 9th for the boys. Dustin Claasen probably a big fan there of Nick Gishin, I would assume, the Gishman. Right, hopefully he hears this when he re-watches this, that he's got some support out there. Unfortunately, obviously taking that penalty in the start, but now on the mediums, doing a much better job than he did on the hards.
Absolutely. Just run through the drivers here. DBR 257 heads into the pits. I can assume that he'll go from the hards to either, or probably the medium. Well, yeah, definitely the mediums. Let's see. Burries goes through to 5th. Nam Assassin up to 6th. Yellow flags in sector 3. Let's see if we can find out what happened there or what's happening down there. Pandego coming back out, fresh mediums for him. This should see him out to the end of the race. Nam Bulldog, in 8th position there on the hards.
Right, so I was just doing some reading here. Do you know the Catalonia circuit actually held its first race in 1913, which was a production car race. Interesting actually to read. But then had to postpone all races for a decade, 10 years before they could race again, obviously because of World War I. So that's about 106 years of history for this track. Just a little tidbit there for those who enjoy some history like that. Right, so as we stand on lap 21, we'll give you a rundown of the order. Rotor 26B, Turbo leading this, done 13 laps on those hards, leading Avilek by 3.7 seconds, exactly the same amount of laps, 13 laps also on hards. Senior Ghost 007, just under 7 seconds behind on mediums, done 14 laps on those mediums. Very good tyre management. Reckon if he pushes a bit more, 1 or 2 laps, he'll be on those softs, and I think a absolute threat for positions towards the end. But the ones to watch, Barry 01, 11 seconds behind the leader, done 5 laps in his hard. Nam Assassin, 13 seconds adrift from the leader. Oldie Bones behind him. Van Duken 7, Nam Bulldog 88, all those on the hards. Pandego on the mediums. And Rotor 26B Turbo actually comes into the pits from the lead of the race. He is fitting on the mediums. That will see him to the end of the race. Looks like he actually does have a penalty he had to serve first. No damage to any wings, and he's out again. So he falls down to right now, looks like about 8th. Where is Pandego goes past and actually comes, Rotor 26B comes out in 9th. So then Pandego 8th, Rotor 26B 9th. Skodonks 23 seconds adrift off the lead on the hard tyres in his McLaren in 10th. 11th DBR 257. He's done 2 laps on his softs. We'll see if that actually carries him through to the end of the race, depending on the pace he's going at there. GJ Buerta 187 is on the hards, done 7 laps. Nick Gishen, very strong qualifying, took the penalty, maybe had a little bit of an incident in the race. He's down in 13th. He's on the medium tyre, he's done 6 laps on that tyre. And then Wizard First Rule, quite off the pace. I don't know if he might have had a moment there or not. He is on the hard 6 laps, and I think that will see him through to the end. Righto, so having a look there.
And that's 10 laps towards the front of this race. Very close stuff between the Toro Rosso and oh jeez.
So the other horse goes into the pits as well. Senior Ghost 007 puts on those mediums to see him through to the end of the race. On the comments, Adrian, yes, yeah, myself as well when I read it. Didn't realize the track was this old. Always a bit nice just to read a bit about the history of the tracks and what we know them today versus what they were back in the day. I was watching the Sky F1 Sports at Home podcasts that they do. They were speaking about that Belgium Spa was actually twice as long as it is now, and had some very tricky, dangerous corners, many losing their lives. I think every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday they release a podcast. They interview different hosts. So actually go check that out if you miss Formula One. Right now, during the time that we're in with the old COVID-19, they're doing some great things, interviews, some stories. Very nice to watch. That's Sky Sports F1 on YouTube as well. Look at us promoting another YouTube channels. For the love of Formula 1, eh?
I see interesting stuff in front there between Avalach and Barry's 01. Barry's actually losing time to Avalach. Not too sure what the issue was there. But this is going to be a massive stretch for Avalach if he is to win this. He's going to have to do some real decent tire. If he is to win this race. Here's a close one. Oldie Bones and Nam Assassin. Nam Assassin back up to third position. Great drive from him.
So we got some close racing in towards the back as well with DBR 257 on those soft tyres, chasing down Skadonks on the hard tyres. Less than half a second now between them. Maybe this plays more in Skadonk's favour. Done 11 laps in the hards. Probably see him through to the end. But right on his chuff is DBR 257. I reckon down the straight he might have him with that extra grip of those softs. They're still fresh. Nice move there, getting it done before turn 1, but looks like Skadonks is trying to come back at him. Turn 1, turn 2, looks like DBR 257 as the position there on Skadonks.
And there we go, Nick Gisha now also just less than a second behind Skadonks, but Skadonks fighting back on those hards.
My eyes deceived me, no they don't. Avilach is running first in this Grand Prix, done 17 laps on the hards, so we know those who are quite low on the laps on the hards. We've got evidence of 17 laps for Avilach, and we only got 9 laps left, going now to 8 laps left after this. So, guys on the hards, strategy might be playing into your favor, yeah?
Absolutely, just on GJ Buerta.
Ferrari lead down the straight, and Nam Bulldog overtakes his teammate Manu Dietrich before the first corner.
No, there we go, closes the door. Both on hards, of course. Should be a good fight between the two drivers. So get on board with Manu.
We have a off by Senior Ghost.
Oh.
007. He is off the track at turn 3.
The turn 1, 2, and 3. Infamous turn 1, 2, and 3. Caught a lot of guys out during qualifying. Avalach, 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. That'll get added to his time at the end of the race.
Cutting those corners a bit there. Right. So the Ferraris are laying 4th and 5th pretty close together. Pretty much equal laps on the hard tyres. Probably see them off to the end. They're not far off Oldie Bones either, but Oldie Bones does have the fresher tyres at only 8 laps on the hards. Space well and push half seconds adrift of Barry 01. Interesting last 5 laps coming up. We got DBR.
Yes, back in the pits.
DBR 257 into the pits. Yes, so push maybe too hard on those softs. Hard on the softs, eh? He goes onto another set of softs. I don't know if they worn or not, or if he had an extra pair of softs. Let's see if he can push himself back into those point Spain positions.
Absolutely, and yeah, we've got the last 5 laps of the race Guys, please comment down below your driver of the day. Sheldon, your driver of the day.
Oh yes, driver of the day. My driver of the day. I would say right now, if all goes to according to plan, Villach really qualified outside of the top 10. Has managed his pace well, managed his tyres well. Now running in first with just under 5 laps to go. Done 20 laps on his tyres. If you can manage to the end, keep that pace up. Yes, I think my driver of the day. Right, please in the commentary, please tell us your driver of the day. Let's have it. Who stood out for you? Oh, we do have an incident. Nams Assassin 11 Lee.
Oh.
He is out just
out of
on
the race.
turn. What is that?
DBR 257 facing the wrong way. Drive-through penalty for GJ Botha. Nick Gisham back in the pits.
It's so late in the race.
Virtual safety car. And what is that? No damage to the Red Bull.
Right, so as things calm down a little bit under the safety car, we have Pashi Zentry. I don't know if I've pronounced that correctly, but come on, Senior Ghost 007. Unfortunately, you took a bit of a spin, lost some position. Sorry there for you, but you do have support there, 007. Looks like you got quite a bit of support on the comments. We have Dustin Claessens for Gishman. He's driver of the day, I am assuming. Yes, someone second in our nomination for Villach. We'll probably have to understand, or it's Villach. We'll have to understand how we pronounce that. My English is not so delicious.
Avalach is in the pits. 4 laps left.
Well done.
And Nam Bulldog serving his 10-second drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. It's going to be a close 4 laps. They should promote Skadonks up. Back into
Villach as well.
4th position.
Onto softs.
It's going to be a sprint to the end. There we go. Skadonks back into 5th. Nam Bulldog completes his drive through. Avalach moves down to 8th.
Also, Lee, I think we weren't too far off with our top 3 predictions. Early on was Barry's, Old Bones, and Manu.
Yeah.
Guys managing their strategies well. Very good drive there. I think maybe if we can see what Villach does for this last 4-5 laps, maybe he can still reprieve himself and get up to a high position, but also still very well driven nonetheless there.
Definitely. Also a great drive from Barry's. Very, very consistent. Great job from him. Oldie Bones also brilliant job.
Skadonks, was it some lag or did he have a moment? I was just following him there. It looked like he had a moment. I'm not sure if it was just maybe lag from the connection. No, it looks like it was maybe just lag. He hasn't lost any time. He's doing
okay, we've got
so in the comments left. Again.
Yes, sorry. Go for it.
Ramon, yes. So I think Ramon must be our Ramon and Dustin. Looks like our supporters of the day. Commenting here as well. Barry Showtime boy. Yes, Barry's leading from All Bones and Menu. Pantejo as well, I must say, very well driven. Yellow flag sector 1. We have a Ferrari that stopped.
Nambull is out. Nam Bulldog is out of the race. And we've got a fastest lap
virtual safety car.
Oh, there we go. There's the Ferrari. Another virtual safety car.
Lee, what I have noticed, you might have seen it, is I'm watching live as well. I'm in the lobby as you are, but the stream seems to be slightly delayed. So if I am commenting ahead of time with some incidents, I am watching it live as well as the guys are going around, and the stream might be a little bit behind.
All good on that side, Sheldon, no problem. It also just helps me get to the action in time as well. Let's have a look here. Is that virtual safety car done? Drive-through penalty for DBR 257. Speeding under this,
Right.
speeding under virtual safety car.
Here we go, Boris. Corner 1. He's got lap 31, 32, and 33 to go to take victory in the 5th round of FDR Race League Series. Coming to you live on YouTube. Please join us on the next one. We will be sending out information, but subscribe, like, get some more friends of yours to watch. I know Formula 1 isn't live at the moment, but we can always fill the gap with esports.
Absolutely, and we've got our tier 2 racing tomorrow night at 7:45. But as Sheldon says, we'll send you some more information. Please join the stream, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and have some fun with us.
Yeah, will. And you and I will be taking part in tier 2, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
Right. So if you want to
Also
see
at,
some blue flags, come watch us race, boys and girls. Well, more for me than Lee, but okay.
Hey.
That's alright. We'll accept it.
Wizard's done some decent catching
Gian
up there.
Jacobs. Go Burries. Yes, looks like Burries has got this race under
Got
control.
An ultimate lap for Burries there. We've got Oldie Bones. Looks like he's catching. Is it? Or do my eyes deceive me? Yeah, he's definitely catching. Catching a little.
Yes, he's taking some time out there, but Burries, I think he's pushing hard now. Slightly better tires, 2 laps fresher. He needs to push now, though, if he really wants to get on the rear end of that Mercedes-Benz.
That's it. And you got Manu Dietrich 6.1 seconds behind the first 2 guys. Pandego a further 9.8 or 9.8 seconds behind them. Skadonks in 5th at 8.6 seconds behind those guys. We've got Avalach, who seems to be catching Skadonks. Should be a good battle during the last lap, I would say. 7th we've got Ghost 007. 8th we have Nick Geishan. 9th GJ Buerta 187. Rotor Turbo in 10th. The last points paying position in 11th we have DBR 257, who is back in the pits. And Wizard First Rule actually takes 11th. DBR 257 in 12th. Barry
Oh, Lee, Oldie
lap.
Bones is now 1.9 seconds behind Burries. He's taken half a second out of him in that lap.
Wow,
Really, he's really pushing hard on that with that pink bullet racing point. Right, I'm just following Burries through. Looks like he's got this well under control. Yes, do stick around on our stream. We will be chatting to the top 3 finishers if you can get hold of them. Just find out how their palms are sweaty, their knees weak, maybe their arms are heavy.
Some action here, battle for 5th place. Should be a good one near the end there. I think we'll catch up to that. Let's just stick with Burries as he negotiates the final few corners of this race. Brilliant drive from him. Very consistent drive.
Absolutely brilliant. I think his strategy paid off well. He controlled his pace, he managed his tires, his mediums onto his hards, and he comes around the last corner.
What a brilliant drive. Checkered flag. Great drive from Burries. And in 2nd place we've got Oldie Bones taking his time crossing the line. And behind him we've got Manu in 3rd place. Great drive from the top 3. Pandego's actually a very, very good drive from him as he comes around the final bend to take his 4th place. Oh, late dive from Avalach. Skadonks takes 5th, Avalach 6th. Ghost 007 will take 7th. Nick Geishan will take 8th. GJ Buerta. And we've got a battle for 9th and 10th. Let's have a look here. Through the chicane. Don't do anything silly, boys. Coming through the last bend. And GJ Boyta should have it. There we go. Your top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Barry's 01. Sorry, Oldie Bones in second. Manu Dietrich in third. Fourth, Pandegos. Skadonks in fifth. Avalach in sixth. Seventh is Ghost 007. Eighth is Nick Gishin. Ninth, Rotor Turbo. There we have it.
Right, boys. So we have Boris and we have Oldie Bones on chat with us. Congrats, top 2. Boris, talk us through your race. Well done there. Very No, great. I must say, fantastic tyre management all around there. Yeah, when we were looking into the mid-race, we saw you. We tried to calculate where everyone would be, and I think we came out pretty nicely, but it worked out for you perfectly. Congratulations again, Boris. But looking forward to the next race, because you won Baku. Are we looking for a repeat result then? Good. Great. Fantastic. All right, thank you very much, Boris. We'll be catching up with you then in the next stream we're going to. Thank you. Thank you, Boris. Oldie Bones, so close, eh? You almost had him there in the second last lap. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because as we noticed, you took a half a second out of him in the second last lap, and we thought, okay, race on in the last lap, yeah, and yeah, like you say, you probably just ran out of some fuel to push through. But your tyre strategy worked out pretty well for you too, I guess. Oh, perfect, great. Congratulations, well done again on the second position. We'll let you go, and we'll see you at the next stream. Perfect, thank you very much. Thank you, we'll try our best. Thank you very much, cool.
Cheers.
Right, Lee, I don't have Manu as a friend invite. Maybe we'll try and record a interview with him and make it available on the YouTube channel, but thank you very much, Lee.
There we go. Thank you, Sheldon. What a great session. Great drive from all drivers involved. This has been fun. Our first commentating gig.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been great.
Our first debut.
There we go.
Very fun.
Yeah, and join us.
Hope the guys in the comments enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Join us for the next stream tomorrow night, Tier 2, 7:45. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next round.
Perfect. Thank you very much, and good night, everybody.
Good night. Cheers.